Welcome back to the Flatt Earth Podcast with me, Rick Flatt, your host. If you want to find out anything more about the podcast and what we're doing in the world, then go on over to the flatearthpodcast.com. There you'll find information, previous episodes, link to the Spotify audio channel, blurby stuff, a little PayPal button where you can give to the channel if you so desire, and all other kinds of things. If you're watching on YouTube, take a moment to like, subscribe, press the little bell icon. That would be awesome. Apologies for not having a podcast out for quite some time. This little thing called Christmas got in the way, and then another slightly bigger thing called getting a new job and lots of my time being shifted around got in the way. But now we should be back in the flow, so hopefully we'll have some consistent kind of content coming out to you. But I thought I'd do something slightly different today. I don't know if you've ever seen on YouTube, there's these things that people do called reaction videos where they sit down and they pretend that they're watching the video for the first time and they are amazed. Now, normally there's some people that do a great job of this, like Leon Lush is my guy. He does some great reaction stuff. But I've been stuck in this little thing of watching like some music reaction videos lately. And they're interesting. And I came across an artist the other day through one of those kind of watching for the first time reaction videos to a particular artist, and it turns out this has been happening quite a lot with this particular song, and I'm not going to do a reaction video. I've watched this song, this video, and I've listened to this song, and I've listened to loads of other songs by this artist, and I've been kind of in a little circle of investigating and looking at this this musician for a week or so. And this is not so much a reaction video, and very different. We've never done this sort of thing on the channel before, but more me wanting to show you this video because it's awesome and have you look at it as well and give you my content, having sat with this for a little while. The video is 9 minutes long and it's extraordinary. It's like one of those Bohemian Rhapsody crazy moments musically and in video that are just deeply impressive, and it'd be interesting to see what you think and to maybe kind of like introduce you to this guy for the first time. So I'm gonna watch the video. It'll be up in a little pocket, or I'll be in a little pocket on the screen somewhere. I'm gonna have a bit of my favorite tipple and have a cigar, and I'm just going to tell you what I love about this video and what I think makes it so intriguing and such a deep work of art. So this is a song called Hi Ren by an artist called Ren, and let's just start watching it, and I'll stop at different moments which will be annoying, and I recommend for you to jump on and just watch the whole thing for yourself and check out some of his other stuff as well. He's an interesting guy. Anyway, this is Hi Ren. Man's got game. Already you know something's occurring when you watch this video because he's doing something. You can tell the man's individual, and I love this video. Oh, shut up. When I first watched this, there was a moment where I was like, okay, here we are. It starts off like classical, almost like flamenco-ish Spanish guitar, and then he gets out this kind of like, I don't know, is it falsetto? I don't know. He gets that high voice and that high note that he's kind of singing, humming, whatever it is you describe it. I'm not a musical person. My wife's the musical person in this family, but you're like, oh, okay. So we're not just doing weird guitar. So we're not just doing a particular guitar song. We're over here doing this other thing. And then get ready, man. This thing keeps shifting on you.
Hi there, Ran. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ran, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ran. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still.
Mate, just like this guy, if he's only got a couple of songs in him, man's got some acting skills, right? Just the way already we're what are we? We're 1 minute 40 into this video, and he's already shown us his musicship in how he plays guitar, his vocals, and now he's shifting. He's playing these two characters within himself. He's speaking to himself from his two sides of his psyche, these two elements that are within him, that are within us all. I think we all have these inner voices. We all have this inner monologue that runs all the time. And I love, I'm gonna shut up. I've got more to say, and we'll say it when we get a bit further in.
I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate. This time.
Oh, dude, I gotta stop. The aggression of the character when he's looking to the right of the screen, the aggression just in that last man, fucking dumb boy, mate. If you haven't said that to yourself, if you haven't got in situations in your life and had moments where you've said, you fucking dummy, if you haven't heard that voice come out of you at yourself, then I don't know what you've been doing. I don't know where you've been. I don't know what kind of life you're leading. Much better than most of us, because I think most of us can relate on why this song has had mad views and why this is doing really great stuff for this guy Ren, is because it's so relatable. Now, this guy Ren has had some, real issues in his life. And I find it hard to nail down that some of these early stuff talks about being diagnosed with ME. Other times I heard he suffered with Lyme's disease. He'll talk about more in this song, but this guy's had a difficult life up to this point. And he seems like at once very playful, but at other times like a bit of an old soul in his body. And I think when people go through prolonged bouts of suffering, be it physically or mentally, spiritually, emotionally, whatever it is, I think there is, if we can navigate it right or navigate it well, we do come out with a little bit more grown than when we started. But I think the reason, and the reason I love this song and the reason it caught me when I listened to it, is because I just relate to this war within ourselves. The one who is braggadocious and aggressive, and also and sometimes we're aggressive towards ourselves and towards others. We're dismissive, we belittle, we play down what we do. And then this other side where actually we're trying to do something, and maybe we're aware of our shortcomings. We're aware, like he says, he talks about, since the doctor told me I'm ill, he maybe didn't have an awareness, but now he's working some awareness that there's something wrong with me. And he's still working through it. And we're all, I think, like that. Anyway, let's carry on. It gets better.
I'm is different, man, trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place, and my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one, so you see. You gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ran, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it.
Oh, dude. Oh, mate. This... If you've ever set out on some artistic endeavor, if you've ever tried to create something, now it doesn't mean everyone's a painter, it doesn't mean everyone can play the guitar and sing, but if you've ever tried to bring something of yourself to the world, not just fit in and join an assembly line making a widget, but actually you tried to really build something yourself, you will understand completely this dismissive voice, this mocking voice. And you'll also understand the bit of you that goes, no, I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to do something different. And I listened to this, and a few years ago, I stepped out of a particular career and life, and I stepped out to try and do something creative. And I remember when I did that, one of the first things I did was I wrote I don't want to talk about this. Yeah, I wrote a letter to my imagination. It was actually an apology, because I felt for a while, I might have talked about this before, I'm feeling like I talked about this before, but I don't know, maybe I didn't. I felt like for a good few years I'd let my imagination just sit on the shelf, and I came back and I basically said, sorry for belittling you, but I'm gonna let you just go. I'm gonna create stories and video, and I'm gonna bring something of myself to the world. And then in the preceding years, I walked through this struggle, the struggle of trying to create and bring stuff and say, look, I'm trying to build something, and it looks like people are liking it, but at the same time, a mocking voice, like, where's your whatever? Where are your followers? Where are your subs? Where's your success? Where's the money? Where's the acclaim? Where's anyone paying attention to what you're doing? When you create, you're in a war. You're in a war. I mean, you're in a war anyway, I think, in the world, but like, there's a particular headwind you face into when you begin to offer something of yourself to the world. It's hard to explain it if you've not done it, but this guy has obviously done it. This guy, a musician, has worked this out and been through what he's been through or is going through. It's crystallized some of this battle between these two parts of himself. Anyway, let's carry on.
Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man. You're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious. Eminem did it. Played on guitar. Plan B did it. Man, you're not original. You criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore.
Imposter syndrome, man. To start to create something, and then you just feel like, someone else did it. No, but this is different. And then someone else did it. I was working on this book, and in the midst of finishing that book, someone else I knew released a book with pretty much the same title and at point some of the same content. And I was just like, I felt, oh shit. I guess I missed the train on this. I guess I waited too long. And I had this feeling of like, oh, mate, I'm just a fraud. Maybe I never had this. Maybe I heard it from all these other areas in my life, and I'm just trying to stitch something together, a weird collage of stolen ideas. So I relate to this. Maybe you relate to this. And I just love this character, that this mocking character, because it's so, oh mate, it's so the voice that goes on inside us. It just is, it's just so true. Anyway, carry on. I'm messing this video up by stopping and starting it.
Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this, cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius, and I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right, speak your truth, your fucking God complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it. Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus. Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren. Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mustopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal, feeble and normal. You wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of end. I am you, you are me, I am you, friend.
Mate, not everything that comes against us is us. Not everything that we struggle with is just normal, human, everyday stuff. There are realms and forces in the world that are also pushing down on our lives. And I love this moment where he just kind of like, oh mate, it's like the bad Ren takes over and he does that thing, and then it's just this intimidating barrage of titles of who he is. Truth in a blender. Oh mate. Just, yeah, if you're looking to live well, and particularly for me as a man of faith, I'm looking to follow God and walk with God. Like, I'm going to walk into an enemy who hates me, and he hates anything I'll create, because God is creative. The God who made the universe is deeply creative. He's the God of the sunset and the opening flower, and of animals that camouflage, and of prisms when sun hits the water, and of things we can't even see. This table that's made of molecules that are made mainly of nothing, yet this is a solid thing to me. God is creative, and there is a force against God and therefore against us, because we bear his image. And I love this moment here, just this chant, because there are times where you think it's just your own inner dialogue, but every now and then, if you keep pressing into who you are and your creative self, you will eventually uncover that there is an enemy, and he will break cover, and he will show himself, and he'll look to taunt and belittle you like this and shout over you. I love what happens next in this video.
I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east, and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So care at the man I've become, When I sing from the top of my lungs, that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone, I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side.
Mate. Plays guitar, mashes the mad video, has got acting skills, and man's got a voice, mate. That moment where he sings, mate, guy's got amazing set of tubes on him, mate. And just that declaration, I go by many names too. And then he says, oh, you may know me as hope. You may know me as hope. Yeah, there's bad in us and out in the world against us, but there's also good. There's also something in us that is hopeful and pure and beautiful. And sometimes, after that moment, he's in a wheelchair. He's been wheeled in by some weird pig demon at the beginning, and he's singing in the chair. You know what I mean? But in that moment, and he says, "And I will stand on my own 2 feet." And he stands up, and it's then that he's able to sing, and he's able to declare something. You know, it's almost it's almost like it's a moment of worship or release. It's the Braveheart speech to the warriors. It's that moment, you know, your moment, the moment you picture when you declare something to your boss or your spouse or your friends or your enemy. It's just, mate, it's just, he hits something here, man. It's legit, man. Let's just go back a pinch to when he still sat and we'll, mate, just go back to like 5 minutes too into this thing. I'm you,
I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? 'Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs, that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone, I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side.
It's funny, at the beginning I didn't understand when he sang that same thing. It felt out of place and you didn't get it, but now you've had a lens onto the conflict between these characters, and then you've seen the onslaught of the darkness, and then you've seen the retort, the pushback of that's what's strong in him, and then at the end that as he sings again and he's wailing, it's like a celebration. You understand now. It's like it's freedom. Something's been conquered, or at least confronted, and now he's able to sing, and there's a sense of, as he stands there in the guitar and he's swinging, a sense of like joy or lightness somehow. This is open to us. If we're embraced with the struggle, we're embraced with, as he's going to talk about in a minute, the dance of what is broken in us and broken in our world and dark in us and darkness that comes against us, but also the light. If we'll embrace that, you get to that place where you're able to stand on your feet and sing and mate, it's just good. Anyway, I've got to respect this guy. I'm going to give him a chance to finish off the video here and say what he wants to say about this. Let's listen.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax, and I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
So there you go, man. Mad video. And let me just say, like, we've talked about the content, but let me just talk about the visuals. Such a brilliant use of a static set, just changing camera angles, the simple use of a light moving and oscillating with what's going on, just flashing back and forth depending on the energy that's been expressed in the song, the cutting to different angles, and just, mate, it's such a simple concept, yet because of the art involved in the song, the sort of quiet majesty of what he's doing, it just works somehow. I love this video. Whoever shot this video, I doff my hat to you, sir. You've done a great piece of work. And to Ren himself, you got to say thanks. I'd love to meet this guy. I'd love to chat to this guy and get his take on some things. He's obviously a young guy, slightly older soul, I think. Like I said, been through some shit in his life. And I didn't realize until now, listen to this. This is the first video of 2023 from the Flatt Earth Podcast. And normally my new year is a kind of like push forward to what you want to do and stuff. But I think this is also a good start. What battles will you engage in this year? Who will you allow to win the conversation? The darker parts of you, the dismissive parts of you, that self-talk that's very destructive, or the bits of you that say, you know, I'm aware I'm not well. I'm aware there's parts of me that are broken, but I'm going to bring something unique to the world. I'm going to get some traction in what I'm doing this year. And even as you do that, the enemy will step up against you, the enemy within you, the enemy without you. But at the same time, you can step up. You can get off your ass, get off from the place of cowering. You can stand and you can sing and you can declare hope. And I'd like to declare hope over your 2023. That actually, even though there's all this stuff, there is a mix of things. And I don't know exactly everything he's saying at the end there, but I do believe there is some dance we can engage in emotionally, psychologically, artistically. There is that dance is going on, and it's up to us to decide how we will engage with it, whether we will cower and allow the deceiver, the accuser, to like get us down and break us down and have us not offer anything. To have us look at the parts of us that don't work and proclaim that they're us. Or will we stand on our feet and will we declare, no, there's goodness in me. There are good things in me. I am a created being from a creator who has given me gifts and skills, whatever it is, whatever you've got. And every one of you has got something. And 2023 is a chance for you to no longer be subdued by those voices, by that darkness, by that accusation, but actually a time to declare and sing and embrace hope and offer hope to others. This is great. Please check out Ren. Check out some of his other stuff. He does some other great videos, some other great content. I'll leave a link to his like channel at the bottom. But you're all grown up, so you can work out how to do it. Anyway, that's it. First one of the new year. Bless you guys. Happy New Year. And like I say, we're going to get back on it with the Flat Earth Podcast. Lots more videos, lots more content. If you like this, if you like me reacting to a video here, be it music or something else, I'll do a bit more of that. That's all I got. Later.